16-bit themes, laying it down. Somebody's gonna get their box opened. Somebody's gonna get their tape split. Somebody's gonna get their box opened. Somebody's gonna get their tape split. Yeah! Open up, give me stuff, open up, give me stuff. Yeah! Shadaloo up in this mug. Street Fighter 2 Hyper Edition.
Hey guys, this is Chase. I'm that guy with the gloves. And welcome back to the Hall of Pain. For this video, I wanted to focus on these three figures, and these three figures alone. We have got the Elite 51 Ayo Scott Hall. And then we have the Ringside Collectibles exclusive Chris Jericho from 2003 from WrestleMania 19 when he faced Shawn Michaels in an epic match. I would give anything to go back in time and witness that live. And then we have one of my favorite Ringside Collectibles exclusives, the Balor Club, Finn Balor. Ooh, sexy. All right. So, 1, 2, 3, starting off with the Elite 51, Scott Hall. And here we have Scott Hall out of the packaging. His backer card's pretty cool. Once you get it assembled, it's part of the Boiler Room set. Kind of interesting looking. His other accessory is an NWO shirt, which, you know, just kind of goes over the top. It's the molded one, and sadly, it's all scuffed up. I don't think I was going to keep this thing anyway, so it's going in the eBay fodder bin.
Delightful!
Now, getting into the figure, this is a pretty badass Scott Hall. As much as I did like that Ringside Collectibles one where he's just in the white and black, the red and the black, this is the version of it I wanted the most. He's got, as far as I know, this is a new head sculpt. I did not see this on a basic, or maybe I missed it, but it looks really freaking good. I think this is a tremendous likeness to Scott Hall. The eyebrows and eyes are painted well. I love the little, like, S-curl, or the, you know, Chico greaser curl thing he's got going on there. Hair looks really nice. The ponytail on the back looks cool. His hair always did have like a bit of a curl or like a waviness to it, and Mattel did a great job capturing that, especially in the ponytail. You can just tell it looks really good. I love the facial expression. He's got that little smirk that he's got. For some reason, he's got like some facial hair going up onto his lip. Like maybe they just didn't paint that as well. It looks really weird. I'm going to just see if I can sandpaper that off. The vest. Oh, this is cool. Pretty much the exact same one that came with the Razor Ramon Defining Moments and the Ringside Scott Hall. But it's got the red blood going down there instead of the white. The white just looks kind of, you know, don't want to talk about that. It's got Outsiders in red. That looks totally badass. His elbow pads, the left one has blood on it. The right one does not. I don't know if that's a defect, but if I remember correctly, he didn't wear the same looking elbow pads, so I'm pretty certain that's accurate. He's got a massive amount of chest hair. You know, got to get the hamburger meat for the ladies. He's got a spray paint can here, all white, no deco. That's pretty cool. He does come with a pair of sunglasses, and they look pretty good. Mine are a little warped. They got kind of stretched out when I took them out of the packaging, but they fit on his face nicely. Now his trunks, I don't know if it's supposed to look like this. I think it is. He's got the blood starting at, you know, the middle, and then it goes all the way around to the right side, and then starting in the left hip, it says Outsiders. I'm pretty certain that is how it's supposed to look. Pretty cool looking. I mean, usually you see most designs where it's everything has to be center, but I kind of like what they did here. That's really cool. His knee pads have got the blood coming down. Looks awesome. I'm just not a fan of these big, bulky knee pads. They hinder articulation. They're not perfectly painted, but that's okay. He's got these long red boots, and I love the way these look. These really pop. I just really like them. They got white trim on the bottom, black laces, and you can see the little silver part in there where you feed the laces through. Damn, this Scott Hall is freaking awesome.
Too sweet!
So here are the two bad guys, side by side. Ringside Collectibles exclusive and Elite 51. I have to give the nod to the Elite 51. I'm loving that new head sculpt. I love the way the red and the black looks compared to the white and black. The red boots just really pop when I look at this figure. Now, I do love this Ringside Collectibles one, even though, you know, we've made our crude jokes about how the white is really, you know, well, we'll just say it's Bishop's blood from Alien or whatever. There's just a lot I like about this. And there's just a lot I love about this Elite 51 Scott Hall. You can't really go wrong with either of them. I just always preferred Scott Hall when he was in the NWO in the red and the black versus the white and the black. So it's really just a preference choice. You're going to hit a home run with either of these figures. Like this one, it's the exact same head sculpt that was on the Defining Moments Razor Ramon. That's my favorite Razor Ramon / Scott Hall head sculpt. And his like 5 o'clock shadow, it's a lot darker. So I would have to say that this is probably my favorite Scott Hall head sculpt. But honestly, if you can't afford this one, definitely get the Elite 51. Can't go wrong with either of them. Next up is the Ringside Collectibles exclusive Y2J Chris Jericho. Going over the packaging, I really like it. You got Chris Jericho on the side with an autograph. That looks really cool. You got the same picture right here. You got his little symbol up there. Taking this out, I love the way this backer card looks. It looks like a prop from the highlight reel. The back of the packaging has a bigger profile picture of Chris Jericho. I love the font that they did up here. That's really neat. And it has, you know, a description of his match with Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 19. And here we have the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla out of the packaging in his shirt entrance gear. Okay, neck down. This is a pretty badass Chris Jericho. I think it's definitely worthy of a Ringside Collectibles exclusive. The shirt, while it's molded, we'll talk about the good things first. It looks amazing. I love the detailing in it with the folds and how everything just kind of falls. The color on here is nice. I love the way these are molded. Right over here on his sleeves, how he has kind of like, why can't I think of it? He's got a bunch of like studs and stuff going all the way around it. And then same thing here on the front of the shirt. Looks totally awesome. On the back, it's got his Jericho logo, and that looks so sick. I love it. Now, again, because it's molded, it's not the easiest thing to get on and off, but thankfully, this is a softer plastic or rubber, so it just slides off. But getting it on was a lot harder than getting it off, so there we go. It's a good body choice for Chris Jericho. He's got black wrist tape, so, you know, nothing real fancy about that. His tights, I love these. I really thought the ones he wore at WrestleMania 19 were really cool. The like baby blue or the like Mariner style blue that they had going on for Chris Jericho, I would say that they probably could have used more like they could have used more of a metallic finish, like how they did with the silver and the gold. And I think it would have turned out a lot better in my opinion. But, you know, again, everyone has their preferences. The gold like trim and stuff like that on his tights look really cool. This Mariner style Chris Jericho highlight reel looking thing looks totally awesome. Knee pads, can't say much else. And then the classic Chris Jericho boots with the kick pads, got Jericho written in gold, looks totally awesome. I don't want to talk about this part. I hate this part. This has to be one of the worst head sculpts Mattel has ever done. This, I'm so sorry, Chris. I love you, man, but this doesn't look anything like you. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. The goatee I just think looks really bad. The facial expression just doesn't look like something Chris Jericho would do. The hair is not very well done. The ponytail, that's probably the only highlight, you know. The ponytail looks pretty good. But yeah, this is such a bad decision. I don't know why Mattel gave us this one for their Ringside Collectibles exclusive. Yeah, you know what, Mattel? You know what happens? You know what happens when you make Chris Jericho look like James Hetfield? You know what happens when you make Chris Jericho look like a blonde Ministry of Darkness Undertaker? You know what happens?
You just made the list!
Another thing I just noticed, he's got a bunch of like black marking and stuff on the back of his thighs and on his butt. What the hell? Now it's time for the main event. Ringside Collectibles exclusive, Finn Balor, the real rock and roller. Leader of the Balor Club, looks totally awesome in the packaging. Side of it's got a profile picture with an autograph, got Balor Club down there. On the back, got the Balor Club logo. You have a picture of Finn Balor that, you know, the ladies are going to love. Maybe even some of the guys, no judgment. Another picture of Finn Balor right there, and it kind of looks like he's saying, I won't caught a fish this big. Nah, probably not. Anywho, let's get this bad boy out of that packaging. The backer card is pretty neat. I don't know what it's supposed to be. It looks like it's just a bunch of squiggly lines. I'm guessing it's maybe Finn Balor's autograph done a bunch of times over and over again. I wouldn't have done that. I would have just done a straight Balor Club logo or something, but that's just me. Finn's other accessory, he has a rubber Balor Club t-shirt that I'm not going to put on because I'm not dealing with these. These are the old style snaps, these like 3 circles. I hate these things. They friggin' suck. So yeah, we're not dealing with that. And here we have Finn Balor. This is his unpainted head sculpt. Looks totally awesome. I already have one of these from the basic one, but that was just to hold me over until I get this. I love this facial expression. This looks so much like Finn Balor. I love the way the facial hair and the like shading on the beard looks really awesome. His hair molded on very well. By far, this is the best Finn Balor head sculpt they've done so far. Now, my one complaint about the jacket is that it's the molded rubber, plastic, whatever, and you just can't hold a pose in it. But damn, this looks badass. I love the way the sleeves look. Oh my god, that looks so freaking awesome. Kind of looks like the Michelin Man, but so many zippers and just the detailing on it's awesome. I love that the collar's popped up. You know, Finn, total rock star, looks awesome. The back of it's got the Balor Club worldwide molding on there. That looks sick. That is so sick. And it's got the zippers down here on the sleeves. I won't lie, I did not want to make a vest out of this, but if I ever want to shoot a stop motion, I'm probably going to cut these sleeves off so I can make a vest because, oh man, just God, this is so cool. It just sucks so much that it had to be made of rubber. I don't really know how they could have done this as well if they were going to make it out of cloth, but man, I would have loved to have seen them try. So the jacket just comes right off, thankfully, because it is the softer, less thick rubber. And there we go. It's so weird seeing Finn without that armband now. So here we have Finn Balor. This is, I believe this was his Raw debut, this attire. Now, this is a different style body than what we're used to seeing on Finn. The NXT TakeOver Dallas Demon has this body. He's more ripped than his first couple of Elites and his new SummerSlam one that just came out. I don't know why Mattel didn't just do this from the beginning. I mean, you can see pictures of Finn Balor. Dude is cut. So it just looks way better like this. He's got a black arm sleeve. He's got the white, like, Balor Club fangs, or maybe they're like supposed to be like bullets, on the back of his trunks and on his one knee pad. No design on the kick pads. And then he has the Balor Club logo right there on the front of his trunks. Looking pretty slick. I really dig this Finn Balor. The rubber coat is badass. This is probably one of the best molded accessories I've seen Mattel do since like Shinsuke Nakamura's vest. And I forgot to mention on the rubber shirt, if you want to keep it, that's cool. It's got the Balor Club BC on the back of it. But again, it's just not for me. I don't really like the rubber shirts. But man, Ringside Collectibles, you guys got a gem here. I love this Finn Balor figure. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up this episode of the Hall of Pain. This was just a much more focused version of it. I wanted to go over these 3 figures. So, do you like the new Elite 51 Scott Hall? How do you think it measures up to his Razor Ramon defining moments in the Ringside Collectibles Scott Hall? What's your thoughts on that god-awful Chris Jericho head sculpt? I think the rest of the figure makes up for it, except for some of the defects that mine has, unfortunately. But I gotta say, that Balor Club Finn Balor from Ringside Collectibles, I love it. I really don't have any complaints other than the molded accessories, but damn, that jacket is sick. Love it. So, this was Chase. I'm that guy with the gloves. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode of the Hall of Pain, and I'll see you next time. The Ringside Collectibles exclusive. Oh, guys. The face paint, or 3, 2, 1. The goatee looks terrible. I hate the way this looks. The goatee just looks really terrible. The facial expression is it just doesn't look